ahead and call this meeting to order on April 19th, Shelby County Supervisor meeting. Any conflict of interest, gentlemen?
None, no, sir. Motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
Charlie, motion to approve the agenda, second by Darren. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Had a chance to look over the claims from the 14th.
Yep. Yes.
Is, this hasn't really nothing to do with the claims, I just didn't notice so many of them in there. When is the last date for the beaver bounty? Is that the 15th?
The last day of the season, I believe
Is it
it's April
15th?
15th.
They did spend it all already, I know that.
They did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Were they short, you know?
Well, we
We did 1,000.
reallocated some more.
Yeah,
No, I think it helped.
yeah, I think it came out perfect.
Yeah.
And then she called Nick and she said, hey,
Okay.
we've got just enough applications, nobody was turned down.
I think it
Okay.
was,
Because no more were turned in either.
Okay, so that's in.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Motion to approve the claims, or you guys have any other questions?
No. Motion to
No.
approve?
Motion
second.
by Charlie, second by Darren. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Approve the minutes of April 5th. Any changes to that, Mark, or corrections? Motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Darren.
Second.
Second by Charlie. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Next on the agenda is Resolution 2022-25, setting date for a public hearing on designation of expanded Shelby County urban renewal area and on the urban and urban renewal plan amendment. Mark?
What it does is the whole county, all the road, the entire road system right up to the city limits of incorporated areas are all available to have projects on. There's been some updating of the TIF legislation, I believe urban renewal, and so we had to have all the cities sign off allowing us to go right up to their city limits
Yep.
with any projects. And it also will designate a new parcel that's been split, that's got a hog confinement on it, and it'll generate some TIF dollars to keep the roads up in the county and different projects that Brandon comes up with. It also lists, while I'm on it, new projects.
Yep, has to.
Yep. And in the past, we've taken projects off that were completed, but they said for looking back on things, just leave them on there so you know what you've done in the past.
Right.
And you just leave them on
Okay.
there.
And for just a little history, in the past, years ago, any project that meets the matrix for the confinements and that, we've included and added, tried to our urban renewal plan so that helps with the upkeep of the roads and bridges, culverts in that area because of the excessive traffic. So that's one way we can recoup some of our dollars. Anything else on that?
Yeah, we just add the road from the confinement to the nearest state highway
And the money can only be spent
on that.
for those improvements in that district. That's why we have to go through all of this.
And then this one was new. It said you had to set an estimate for each project and then a total dollar figure to not exceed for the TIF project.
And we have to have the planning and zoning board review this before, if we set the date here for June 6th, is that right, Mark?
Right. 2 weeks before they have to meet.
Okay.
Within
And since
4
Tony's not here today, I'll visit with him after the meeting. I know that board is a little short on members right now, and hopefully he can get some appointed, bring it to us to get appointed, and they can meet prior to that. So
And anybody
the
that's
goal.
interested on serving on
Yeah,
any committee in the
planning and
county, get a hold of the auditor's office and we'll get you on the list and see what's available.
Okay, so we're looking at setting the public hearing date of June 6th, correct?
No, sir, it's
No?
June 7th. Is that correct? Yeah, June 7th, Tuesday, June 7th.
Any other questions, input, Mark? Okay, we have a motion to set the hearing for June 7th.
Motion.
Second motion by Charlie, second by Darren. Any other questions, guys? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Resolution 2022-24, fiscal year 2022, set amendment hearing date. Mark?
Yeah, it's cleaning up secondary roads and again, ARPA, non-tax dollars has caused us to just clean up, things keep popping up. We did the last amendment the last time. Things weren't quite right on it, and we got this one nailed down.
Again, it's not because we're overspending, it's because of money that's coming in and going out.
Steve and I went through that, what was it, $52,000?
That's if what we've budgeted that people could be close to going out of their budget.
Right.
If they spent, that's 52, but we're asking everybody to stay within their budget. And when
Right.
I've contacted the departments that were close, and I was assured they would do everything they can. Because, guys, if you don't stay in your budget this year, next year's budget you definitely ain't gonna stay in. So you need to make some cuts or adjustments in. So, but just to be on the safe side, because if they do go over, we have to have money there.
The 5 years I've done these, we just cover our butts. We do. We make sure
Yeah.
that you're not gonna go over. If you go, it doesn't matter if it's over by $500
Right.
or $5,000. And so if somebody is projected to go over by $3,000, I'll put 5,000. You know, if it's
But this-
18,000, I'll put 25,000, just so we're covered. There's no need to,
And let me make it
Sit
clear,
there
this
for
does not
hours.
give you the okay to go over your budget,
Right.
okay? Because by law, if we know that, we have to do these amendments before the money can be spent. So otherwise, we're not doing our job.
And the reason he's giving a little cushion is because at the end of the year, if we do go over, then the audit comes back.
Right, that's just what it said, yeah,
Yep.
and that's our fault,
Yeah.
so. And what would be the amendment hearing date?
5/17.
May 17. Have anything else, Mark?
No.
So is that pretty much set? The
Yeah, that should carry us to the end of the
amendment
year.
schedule? Okay, any other questions, guys?
None.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Darren, second by Charlie. Set the amendment date for May 17th, 2022. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried.
At this point in time, for next year with ARPA spending, it could happen again, but it wouldn't be tax dollars if that happened. And so be prepared, you know, if we have one in August, September, if something, the way the money's spent, we might have to amend right away next year also,
Okay.
to stay in front of it.
Because of ARPA, you say?
Yeah,
Okay,
yep.
good.
Or if there's lost revenues declared that the budget didn't
Right.
account for, we could
Right.
spend them through the tax dollars.
Okay.
And it's just a different category. It's a
Yeah, the
lot.
ARPA money really throws a big monkey wrench in these amendments, so. Okay. Next agenda, Alex Londo's gonna, building project funding. I see he's not here. Can you fill us in, maybe we could address this so it doesn't slow him down any?
I don't think we can give him money without a bid.
That he does have a bid.
Oh, he does?
I'm not, to be honest, I'm not sure who it's from, but used to have a handicap accessible chair lift going down the stairs.
To the EMA boardroom, command
In the
center.
basement, correct. And it evidently got taken out because it was failing and because it was kind of in the way. Well, he got a bid to put a new one in that's going straight down the back stairs. It's a straight shot instead of going around the corner. Need to widen the two doors that it does go through. And it was under $5,000.
Get something else too with fire.
Fire suppression, it's water fire suppression now in the servers, all the county
The server
servers, and
rooms,
it's
yeah.
water, and it'd be advisable to go to a chemical,
Yeah.
so it doesn't ruin everything if.
Did he give you any indication what that would cost?
Yeah, he secured bids last December, and because it's a countywide thing, I assured him he'd have my backing and
You know how much it was
getting
though?
that done. I was thinking $5,000-6,000.
Okay, yeah, we'll take care of that, I mean, because that is,
It's-
All
I
our
was thinking it
servers
was
there.
more than that myself, but.
Was it?
I was too.
I can't,
no, it needs to get done.
but yeah, absolutely. It has to be done. In fact, I'm surprised that we haven't started on it. I think, you know, again, getting these things lined up has just been difficult.
I was thinking it was closer to 20.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
What's your recommendation with the capital on the chairlift.
I would, I had talked to Nick, or Alex about it, and he said that he thought they could foot half the bill. I figured it does fall under property.
On the chair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said we would gladly pay half of it, for sure.
So what if we, since he's not here and we don't know exactly what that is, what if we agreed to do half up to $6,000?
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
if it's different than that, he needs to come back to us
Okay.
on the chair, and we would take care of the fire, correct?
Suppression.
We would take care of the fire suppression. You okay with that, Charlie?
Yes. That affects us as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, no, I know, the servers and all that are over there for the county.
And I know they do have a capital fund themselves, but again, that is it's a building that we paid for the roof.
Are you referring to the reserve fund?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I need to make
And that,
sure.
but they like
We
to
get the
keep that reserve
terminology
fund
right.
up there for emergencies. I
It's-
think they want it at a minimum of, is it 300,000 you guys used to keep
Yeah.
that, Charlie?
275.
Yeah. So it used to be higher than the 275, but they
Yeah.
kinda like to keep that for emergencies, so
Okay, do I have a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Darren, max 6,000, we'll pay half, and cover the fire suppression. Second by Charlie. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Mark, you wanna give us just a little update on the annex improvements?
Yeah, good idea. Just yesterday, I was confronted about 3 times via email, the new Heartland Family Services, who is using some of the office space down there, asked us to paint and carpet, paint 4 rooms and carpet the 1 room. And that 1 room, it's the one in the corner with the, I believe years ago you put in a floor surfacing. And they want that carpeted, and they said they'd split half the cost with
Right.
us.
They wanna freshen it up after they've been in there,
But,
so we didn't have anything.
so I talked to the painter this morning,
Okay.
and the painter, of course, the first thing, you talk to experts, surround yourself with experts, and the painter said, well, have they moved in yet? And I said, I don't think so. He says, well, now would be the time to get in there, but I don't have time to get in there.
Once you have to
So-
look around it.
Yeah, so, yeah, he said he could do it.
What are we looking at for total cost?
I don't know. You know, he has to look at it, and he's busy with a big job right now, and so,
And then
If
one,
my tenants wanted to move in and ask for new stuff all of a sudden, that would be a little, I'd put
yeah,
them
but we
off
didn't
for a
do
year.
anything prior to that.
zero, nada.
I can't remember what we're getting. I mean, is it just
$8,000 a year.
$8,000 a year?
I'm thinking-
And I forgot to tell you this, starting July 1, since the community service mental health people over there, you know, are going on Ottawa County
Yeah.
payroll, now we're gonna be paid for the office space that they use by the region. So, we never got any rent before because it was ours. Now it's gonna be
We
rented by
were
the region.
required to have office space for our employees, they're no longer our
So we'll be
employees.
getting rent on 100% of that
Oh,
area.
okay.
Okay. So what's,
So we only got one painter in town, or is that
I'm
what you're
looking.
saying, or?
It seems like it. Anybody who knows somebody who paints,
This isn't an action item today anyway.
Jerry Gross.
no, we just wanted some guidance
Hmm?
on what you thought.
Jerry, that took Penny's place, doesn't he?
oh,
Jerry Groves.
Yeah.
I don't know many
So-
people that jump right on things anymore. It's really discouraging.
And what are we thinking as far as the plumbing in this building? Is that something that we're gonna do this summer yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
like within a month,
Yeah, it
Oh,
needs to
okay,
happen.
okay.
We've been putting it off
Outside.
and putting it off.
outside,
Now we have the
You're gonna
money.
start outside first and then,
that's what I was told.
okay.
You know, that'll make it
We're
rain
looking at about $100,000 to get that completely done then.
underneath and outside.
Yep, and we have
And
that put
redoing
aside.
the concrete,
That's the big thing,
that's gonna be expensive.
yeah.
It's not
Who's
like-
doing the concrete?
Bruce. It'll be a sub.
Or Sean.
It'll be
Okay.
sub.
Because they're right clear out by the street on the south side, that needs to be redone too. And I talked to somebody else about doing that already. He hasn't gotten to it. I don't know if,
We've also got somebody hired to, since last fall, to trim the trees, a little bit of trimming, and they stopped again a month ago and nothing's happened. So it's just the way it is this day and age. It's very discouraging.
They probably won't do it now that the
so
ground's
they won't
getting
get,
soft.
they won't get paid then.
I know. It's just, yeah.
But, okay, yeah, if he gets to that before the other guy gets to it, we may want to just add that chunk of concrete in.
And there's some out on the north side that we need redone also, because it's uneven. While they're here, you can't get it done any cheaper. If you check out the sidewalks on the north side, they've been ground off and they heave and they come up and down. It's a mess.
Okay.
No report from Brandon.
I
Yeah,
have one.
Come on up.
If you're-
Oh, yeah, I didn't see him on here.
he wasn't, but we're gonna have him
Well,
on.
there wasn't any, that was an oversight.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. First off, I have a ARPA request for a wash bay. Requesting $200,000 for a wash bay. I have a narrative on the back. It's basically, we wash our trucks either outside or in a building, the truck building basically. So I'd like to have a self-contained wash bay to get everything. We do it with 2 power washers. We'd like to put in a setup with a catwalk, so it takes us 5 minutes to wash out a truck, not 45.
We may, this is something we've talked about for
Since Dan was here.
5 years, hoping to do it, trying to gather the money. Needs to happen at some point. Costs keep going up, so
Right.
we're hoping maybe we can get this covered here and get going on it.
Right.
So 200,000 covers 6250 per square foot.
That's 200,000 is 6250
Okay.
square foot for 40 by 80.
I'm going to tell you the same thing I would tell whoever was sitting there requesting ARPA funds. This would take us to, don't hold me to this, but well over $1 million a request, about $1.1 million, and we have 473,000 left. So
Sure.
I'd say anybody requesting much over 150,000 is probably not going to get their full request.
Okay. Well, I just figured this was probably what it costs, so I would ask
Yep.
for all of it, and any contribution would be greatly appreciated. So.
Yep.
You said that you were having trouble getting a second bid. Did you have any further luck?
If it's over a threshold, we have to have some designs, everyone bids on the same thing, so just gonna probably start on that.
Okay.
Get some design done by an architect, so everyone can bid on the similar project. Then open it up and let anybody who erects steel buildings bid on it, so. just
I
kind of-
May, the first meeting in May, which is May 3rd,
Yep.
we'll talk about,
Request.
you guys can decide on what the lost revenues,
Yep.
what the county's gonna claim,
Yep.
and the balance will be given out as ARPA grants.
Yeah, because the requests are open till May 1st, up to May 1st, May 1st, and then what meeting is that? The
3rd.
3rd. Then at the end of the meeting, we'll recess and go to a workshop and look over all the requests. And so we have a recommendation to come back to at the next meeting.
And you would know what lost revenues you would be claiming
Yep.
that day.
Yeah, we would decide that. Okay? Okay, go on with your other
Right.
report.
Basically just a brief update. Rock Hall finished that either Tuesday or Wednesday last week. Our guys are still spotting in. We've got a couple private guys spotting in to, straight from the quarry, and then out blading, and then rock in Denison potentially the end of this week, maybe
Oh, wow.
beginning of next week. So
Good.
got 2,000 tons coming right away. So get that hauled out straight away. When I talked to Gene Geddes with the city of Harlan, they're doing some milling. I know we've got a spot north or south of Defiance, basically where we put in a box culvert. We were gonna have that filled when we did F-24, well, with that not gonna happen, gonna coordinate with Western Engineering and just have them go up there and mill that spot out and fix it when they're in town. So if you hear from anybody, we had plans to get it done this year and that didn't work, so plan B is it is, so we'll get it fixed this year. Crack fill, they finished Linden Road yesterday on 59. They're on F32 now. That's the last one we have them doing. So we'll see if they can get finished with that or we run out of money first for crack fill. But it'll be, they've got 5 roads done, so feel pretty good about that.
Has that gone up a lot too?
It has. Steve-O works with us really good, and
Okay.
it's a good program, and I'm glad we got into it. I think it's really saved some roads here for us. So it's gone up a lot less than most everything else has, unfortunately. So bridge inspections we got done last week, and then Chris is going to bridge inspection school the next 2 weeks, and then he'll be a bridge inspector too. So.
Good.
And if I'm busy, he can go out and inspect stuff by himself. And it'd be nice to have another person in the house that can do it. And then I kind of shared with you guys some legislation that was potentially going to go through. Well, they pulled that one back out, but then they put something back in where instead of just allowing it, it's an all systems permit now, which they currently have one for 90,000 pounds for a semi. But participation was voluntary. We had opted out. Now it's mandatory. It's a $500 permit fee for the permit, and we get $375 of that into our bridge fund. So it's $20,000 a year, maybe something like that. Is what they're saying. It's not even close to offsetting the damage that that's going to do. They have an easel table, so it's an equivalent single axle load for a legal semi. It's one easel, basically. So we design our roads for easels. So if we think it's going to take X amount of semis over its 20-year life, that's what we design it for. So basically, an 80,000 pound semi is one easel. It's a 17,000 pound axle. Now it's a 20,000 pound axle with that increased load, and that's 1.6 easels. So basically, you're seeing a 60 to 75% increase in what that stress on that road or that bridge is with 10,000 extra pounds. So I'm trying to figure out something to protect us as best we can. But we'll see. With it being mandatory, we can't just opt out anymore. But
Has this passed yet?
I believe it passed Friday. It passed the Senate Friday. I don't know if it's passed the House yet.
Okay.
But it passed 85-7, so I don't think there was much. Our talking to the legislatures didn't do too much, so just trying to get in front of it and preserve our infrastructure as best we can, because those few saved trips do a lot more harm than a couple extra trips would do. So
Okay.
see what we can do on that. But that's all I have for today.
Would you clarify, the Irwin Road, did you say
Yes.
we're gonna try to bid that in November?
November, yes.
And then 59, you said we would do it in conjunction with 59, is that
Yes,
correct?
yes.
So are they doing any work on 59 this summer?
They are doing shouldering of 59, so they
But
will
not overlay?
No, they will mill off the existing shoulder, and they're putting a 6-foot paved shoulder, I believe, on both
That's right,
sides
paved shoulder.
of the highway. And then next year they'll come mill out the center
Okay,
and put the center in. It's
okay.
backwards in my mind, but that's the way the DOT let it. So, but mainline paving of that, we will let it at the same time.
Yeah, because I was hit up that 59 was there was some work gonna go on this summer. And I
Yes.
thought, well,
Yep.
maybe I misunderstood you,
Yeah.
but they're still gonna do the overlay. So we do
Yes.
those projects together.
Yes.
Hoping it'll help both of us.
Yes, they'll bring in a mobile plant and put it somewhere close instead of just bringing one in for just our project or hauling it from
Yeah, okay.
a permanent plant.
Thank you for the
When you say the
explanation.
shoulder's gonna be paved, it's gonna be concrete or is it gonna be black?
Asphalt.
Asphalt,
Asphalt
okay,
paved.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Asphalt pavement shoulders.
Okay.
Um,
Just like they
6
did
foot.
with the north or south part, I mean.
Yes, yeah, but they're gonna be 6 foot wide on each side, so I
Okay.
don't know if they're gonna try to have a bike lane there or what they're gonna do.
What are they? What's the part they did already? They're not 6 foot?
I would assume they probably would be.
Okay.
I haven't measured them.
Okay.
They're
Nice and
wide.
wide.
They are wide.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Brandon.
Mr. Alex, you come on up here, but we already acted on this.
Okay.
So you can tell us if we're out in left field, we can
Okay.
rescind something if we have to. But what we approved was the chair part, up to $6,000 we pay half.
Mhm.
I don't know if it'll be over that.
Okay. I think it was right around 5. So
Yeah.
that'd be
But we
Just
didn't know
under
for
5,
sure, so we
wasn't it?
thought.
yeah, just under 5. So
And then
He was asking if that included concrete work out front.
Yeah, so if a wheelchair needed to come from the sidewalk, because you ain't gonna want it going on the grass.
it didn't, but we were looking at, instead of doing concrete, maybe doing gravel or something to see if we could get it. But we were,
Something you can push on.
yeah, we had looked at doing concrete, but we didn't have him quote it in this. So that might be something we do.
Who
on
was your
this.
quote from?
It was from, we tried to get one from Alpha and Omega. We never got one back. So we went through Patriots Choice.
Oh, Patriots. Okay.
Patriots, yep. And that's the one that gave us a quote back. So
Okay.
I'll have him look at the concrete though, about putting that back
Or
in.
something, just so people can access it.
Right.
And don't do it all at once if it's.
Yeah. And then suppression, fire suppression, we would take care of that.
Okay.
And you remember how much that was?
I want to say it was about 16,000.
16,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
I got the
probably-
6, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have the money for that. Okay.
Yeah. And I apologize for being late. I was.
Okay. No, do you have anything else, or did we need to change anything?
No,
That
I
should
don't think
cover
so. The only other thing I was going to tell you guys, I did speak with Darren about it, about the basement, was Motorola came in and did a study, and we're looking at electricity, because they have to add some new plugins and things for the basement, and they found out that all of the stuff in the basement is not grounded correctly, including the county servers. So Joe Pesci is going to come in with, I think, another contractor, he said, and get that all re-grounded so that it meets code. So that was something that we didn't even know existed, and but we're getting it fixed. And that's built in with the cost for the new radios, so that that shouldn't be an additional cost that we'll have to come out of building and grounds.
Did we get an assessment on that tower yet? What's up there?
They came last week. They had to drill 40 feet down and check bedrock and do all kinds of stuff. Their drill broke halfway through. So
Well, that's a good sign.
yeah, so it's got to be
That's
hard.
good, yeah.
So they're coming back this Friday to finish drilling and assessing under the ground and go up the tower and do a map of that. So it sounds like for Motorola, they're covering all of that. But if there's equipment that needs to be brought down to put the new equipment up, that's something that they want us to pay. So we won't know exactly what is up there that we would need to bring down until we have the assessment done. They're hopeful that it's the area that they want to put it on is pretty sound, and they shouldn't need to take anything down, but time to tell.
I reached out to Neil this morning and asked him if he had any feedback on his repeaters in his vehicles yet. They have not been installed, so
Wow,
I don't know
that's
what's
taking a
taking so
while.
long there. but-
Yeah, I did talk to them because we have the pagers for the fire departments are in. They're getting programmed now.
Okay.
And they asked about the repeaters because I guess they're almost in and ready to be installed. So I think hopefully that should be done within a
Thank you.
month. And the pagers, they're gonna send me out, I think they said 12 of them test this week, so we can get those out hopefully within a couple weeks to all the fire departments.
Okay.
Who does the programming on that?
First Wireless, out in Omaha,
Okay. Anything else?
at this time.
Okay. Appreciate your help.
Yep,
Thanks a
thank
lot.
you.
Yep, thanks, Al.
Anybody, Mark, anybody have anything else? Okay, thanks everyone. Meeting adjourned.